Mech Mage is back, and I think it's amazing.
Hey, buddy, watch this.
Yeah, welcome to my latest deck experiment, and I think this is probably a special one. This Mech Mage list is actually incredible. Of course, it borrows the Conjurer's Calling, Khadgar, and Sea Giant package, as you can see from some of the more popular freeze or summoner mages out there right now. But instead of using things like mirror image to populate your board to play your Sea Giants, instead we've actually just got an on-curve tempo mech package in this list that runs lots of tokens, of course, with things like Replicating Menace and Snip Snap and Harvest Golem, and even Mecharoo. You're leaving behind all of these mechs, enabling you to play some fairly cheap Sea Giants, even if your opponent's not playing a lot of stuff. So this isn't just a world where you're countering with Sea Giant. You're actually able to support your own Sea Giants and then create really big plays. Beyond that, cards like Mechanical Whelp and Giggling Inventor fit really nicely into a mech package and then also work super well with Conjurer's Calling. So suddenly you have all of these different aspects of this deck that work really nicely. Even little tiny synergies like Book of Specters into Galvanizer can be a pretty incredible play too to make some big mid-game swings. So what that means is we've got a deck here that I just can't stop winning with. Like, we just keep winning games. I've been playing it on ladder for the last few days and it's climbing like crazy, and I wanted to show it to more people so that you guys can try it out. Let me know if it's working really well for you too. Now, that said, as is always the case with the deck experiment, we're going to jump into the deck creation process to see how we formulated this list and the idea for this one, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay. So let's do that right now. It's looking pretty good. I sort of want to make a Mech Mage real fast, though. I don't really have a whole lot of time for it, but you've really intrigued me by talking about it. Mech Mage with Sea Giant and token stuff and Conjurers. Like a Conjurer's Calling Mech Mage. So Conjurer's Calling and Sea Giant is a cool package with all the mech tokens. Like, we've already seen this. We've seen Conjurer's Calling Sea Giant in Mage already, but maybe not with a mech focus, at least. I haven't seen that before. I haven't played Mech Mage since long, long ago, right? I don't know what all we need, but certainly Harvest Golem fits the bill. I mean, I guess just all the mech cards, really, that are good. All the mech cards that are good. Tokeny mech cards. We could go a little bigger. Mechanical Whelp is pretty sick with Conjurer's Calling on its own regard, right? Like, I think that kind of makes sense. I don't know if I really have enough token stuff, though. Giggling also makes sense as well. It's wide board, mech, and I don't know. I think that makes sense, right? And then what do we add in as complementary cards? I don't really have a lot of 1-drops or early, like, 2-drops either. I guess Khadgar always makes sense in a Conjuring deck. Maybe some card draw, right? Maybe Book of Specters since we don't have that many spells still. Yeah, I like Book of Specters still. Because it's mostly minion-based stuff, right? Do just deck, Zertani. Just exclamation mark. Well, I thought Dex did it, actually. Maybe just do deck. I don't know. I thought Dex did it, but maybe not. Maybe not. What else do you guys like in this deck? I don't have anything, like, reactive right now. Specters and maybe Burn. Specters? Specters? What do you mean by Specters? I'm not sure what card I know you mean. Specters? Oh, Book of Specters. Oh, duh. It's literally in the deck already. Oh, duh. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of minions named Spectre and nothing was coming to mind. Like, what is a Spectre? Got it. We're already there. Got it. I'm trying to make Mech Priest work. Extra Arms is so fun. Yeah, Extra Arms at 2 is really, really crazy card. 3 slots left. I mean, curve-wise, I think we're okay. I really wouldn't mind just, like, maybe another 1-drop. Maybe even a 1-drop mech, like the Skaterbot or something. You know? Even, like, Spark Engine's not, like, terrible. Framebot, too, I guess. We did see Framebot in that last list, and it felt really good. So maybe Framebot and like a Skaterbot. That's probably fine. I like Skaterbot just because it makes things like Mechanical Whelp really interesting, right? In the late game. Okay. I'm worried I don't have card draw, though. Like, without... Yeah, maybe we need, like, an Arcane Intellect. I think without the Book of... the Myros that we had in that last deck, it's gonna be hard. We do have Book of Spectres times 2 and 1 Arcane Intellect. I think this is okay. I actually kind of like this. Yeah, let's try this, in fact. Okay. Okay.
You asked for it.
Good opener, probably. Galvanizer's solid. I still watch Toast Shudderwalk when I'm depressed. So I'm glad it can bring you joy, dude. That's awesome to have something that can pull you out of a bad day, dude. That's always a good thing to have. I don't know if I really have anything that I like watch whenever I'm feeling down. You know, I don't think there's any like go-to media that I watch. I'm trying to think if there's anything I just really stick to, you know?
Mind if I roll need?
I have to think about it for a second. What do I watch if I'm feeling down? I don't know. I think I just like watching like... I feel like for me, when I'm sad or anything, I like... Sounds so sad to say when I'm sad or something, but I'm feeling a little down. I feel like I actually listen to like things that are sad. I feel like I'm that guy. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't go the other way. I stick to sad things. I wallow in it. You know? I just lean in instead of trying to fight it. So like maybe sad music or nostalgic music or something. I don't have anything I go to and put on. There you go. Yeah, I like the list now. Yeah. Ooh, even got a missile launcher there. Intriguing. Okay, yeah, I like that idea. That's fun. Give yourself a little AoE. Okay. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. What is best deck to climb with? Probably still Mech Hunter, I would guess. That'd be my suspicion. Book of Spectres ping is like okay, but it's not good. It's not good. Ziliax is also just not that good. Like, I just don't really want to ping if I have a better place. I think we just don't ping here, right? We probably do trade because I don't want to get bombed to death here. I kind of have to respect the bombs a little bit. Casey has, you know, Sephorian Bomber or Clockwork Goblin follow-up or whatever. I don't think he has Clockwork Goblin. I think we would have seen that last turn. Looks like a Dynamatic. Which is just gonna kill this dude. Oh, Brawl! Oh! Okay. Don't win. Don't win. Just don't win. Man, I needed you to not win that, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and say I needed you to not win that one. Thank you. Thank you. Regis watched Waifu Deluxe. I don't know what that is. I'm out of the meme here. I'm out of the meme loop. Get me into the meme loop. Waifu Deluxe. Sounds good. I mean, I can envision it, even without having direct knowledge of it. If you could buff or nerf a hero power, which would it be? I think the worst hero power is probably, what, Priest? Maybe Warrior, arguably. But it feels pretty good sometimes in Constructed. I don't know, maybe I'd do like Druid and I'd give it the opportunity to choose one. So like, you could choose to get 2 damage or choose to gain 2 armor. Would that be too good? That might make it way too good, dealing 2 damage. I don't know, that's still worse than Hunter for face. And you take damage when you're trading into minions, so... I don't know, dealing 2 damage I guess would probably be too good against 2 drops though. So that may not work. Maybe it should be... Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard. They all seem really well balanced. I don't know. I think it's hard to find a fix, you know? They all seem like they're already pretty solidly matched. I don't think I have an answer to that question. I usually watch The West Wing. Interesting, because you watch it with your parents. That's cool, so a little bit of nostalgia. I watch Regis when I'm sad. Does it help or not? Does it help? I don't know. Nerf Dr. Boom's hero power. That's a fair one. That's a fair one. Paladin doesn't have a bad hero power. No, I think Paladin's is pretty insane, actually. I guess Shaman actually has the worst hero power. Yeah, I would buff Shaman's hero power. Yeah, that's definitely the worst one. I'd buff Shaman's hero power, and I would make it go in an order. So that you could play around it better. I would make it go in a predetermined order, so you always knew which totem you were going to get next. And you could make decisions based on that. I mean, your opponent would be able to make decisions based on it too, which wouldn't necessarily raise the power level a lot, but I think it'd still raise it at least a little. Gotta be careful with weapons here. I don't want to lose to a brawl. I'm kind of scared to commit these without a Conjurer's Calling, to be honest. But it's Bomb Warrior, not Mech, or not Control Warrior, which probably does reduce his removal output at least a little bit. The Taunt Totem's the only good one. Well, spell damage, I would argue, is actually probably the best of the Shaman hero powers. If I was gonna make a claim, I would say that spell damage is the best, but healing in particular is weak, and Searing Totem is fine. Alright, that's scary. That should discard. I'm sorry. Discard that Are you serious? Discard that garbage! Those should all discard. Oh, but I get to keep this. I remember this interaction now, and that is insane. Why does it work that way? That's so weird. The discard gets used up on the bomb. Okay, so that's still good news. Like, I guess that's still good news then. He already brawled. I think we just go tall, right? I could be dead, but I think we just go nuts, right? Like, I think we just go crazy. If it doesn't, like, win me the game, it, like, kind of starts to stabilize the game, maybe. Oh, I wish that thing had rush or, like, taunt. I need a taunt. Weird set of minions here, but these are really good against the bombs, because the bombs could accidentally hit these. So it's like, okay, maybe I'm dead, right? Like, let's see, maybe we're dead. But if we're not dead, he either has to remove this board. He can't, like, Warpath because of the security rovers. They're insane. Mega Devastator's a good start, but it's not doing everything here. 2 of them would be pretty good. But still, these security rovers are a real pain. Unity. They completely disrupt your trading ability. Well, there goes one of them, I guess. Oh no, he's killing that, okay. It's always Devastator's X, always. It's the exact turn they always have. It's mind-boggling how they always have it. But a very cool interaction. Vape Dad, that's a lot of links, dude. Maybe just do one at a time. That's a lot. Would choosing a totem on command be OP then for Shaman? I think that would probably take it a little too far, honestly, yeah. Don't you think maybe that might go too far the other direction? I'm worried it might. I'm worried that could go the wrong way. Okay, he left me these very powerful mechs. I'm quite excited about this. Quite excited. Yeah, I can't quite get there on that one. I think we're gonna do like this, maybe to eat some bomb hits and just trade in the Cairn. No, we should do this instead so I can ping, right? Yeah. I think I just do this first. Hopefully it hits the Cairn. That's the highest roll. Not quite. Nope. Maybe I should have done this too first in case it hit the Cairn. Because the Cairn never died to the ping. Wow! That actually sort of sucks. Jeez, 4 to the face. Yikes, I'm down to 12. Bombs become a real threat here. He has to have some kind of AoE though. And Warpath is still not good enough probably, right? Because of the security rover. He can kill the rover, but it starts making war. I get stuck with a couple 2-3s at the end of it or whatever, or 2-2s or 2-1s or whatever. So he's gonna have to go through this the old-fashioned way, I think. If he leaves any of these dudes up, I can magnetize again in a really powerful way. But I'll check out your cards, Vape Dad. I just got overwhelmed by the links there. I mean, I really only like to look at 1 or 2 custom cards at a time. Maybe I'll pick Calico Jack here. 5-mana 4/3 Pirate Death Rattle summon a random Legend of the Sea. Oh, it's all 1 card. Oh, I see. That's a cool idea. I really like the idea of like sea beasts. These are pretty good, though. These seem all way too powerful to me for a 5-mana Death Rattle. Like, these are all really good minions. Yeah, these seem very strong. Like, compare this to, like, it's only like 1 mana more than Piloted Shredder. And the minions you get off of these are insane.
What do you think about there being 2 hero powers for each
It's way
class?
too strong, I think. It's cool. I like the idea, but I think you gotta either increase the cost significantly or dial back the minion a little bit, because right now it feels really, really powerful, I would say. I think we're gonna ping here, right? Maybe we should do this instead. I don't want to commit too much stuff. Ooh. Sea Giant's intriguing too, though. Because I don't really have to ping. Just kind of want to. It's like a clean ping, you know? Could just leave this up. Yeah, let's just play this and ping. I don't want to overthink this. I don't want to overthink this right now. I think we always do kill this. Leave the mechs up. Although this does isolate the Sea Giant a little bit against a Dynamatic. That's one problem, potentially, without having the Karen out there, or the Bane, or whatever. That's why I refuse to play Warrior Nonsense. I know I just get angry when I can never get cards on curve, but every single Warrior seems to get them. Yeah, it's always Devastator's Iliax, dude. That's it. The perfect turn 10. I was thinking it would be cool if you played your experiments for a set number of matches and kept track of their win rates so you can compare them with one another. Yeah, the problem is, like, you'd need a pretty big sample size to make that comparison relevant, right? I think it's more to me about, like, subjective feel, I guess, than it is about, like, trying to deter... Because, like, you know, even if we played 20 games, it's still not really enough for, like, an objective measure of a deck. So it's more about, like, did it feel good? Did it feel like it had potential? Was there opportunity? Like, did the deck look like it could win a game, you know? That's a little bit of a different take than, is the deck good at a raw level, you know? That's how I'm thinking about it, at least. Does that make sense? I don't want this to get just murdered by an Omega Devastator. Could ping it, I guess. That's probably way more valuable than pinging a face, right? The 2/3 is worth way more than just 1 damage to face. Says the guy who's going to be 1 damage off lethal later. That's what's going to happen. Say it, though, dude. 6 months, 2 hero powers for each class. What do you mean? Like, you could, like, choose one, for instance? You could, like, pick a hero power? That's a kind of cool idea. Is this a clear for him, actually? No, I'm going to have a 2/1 up, right? Yeah, I'm just going to have a 2/1, unfortunately. So it's a pretty good warpath. I can reload really nicely with the Explodinator. Oh, this is another Khadgar card I forgot about. The Explodinator. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Somebody earlier asked if the Khadgar was just for the giggling, but no, it's also for the Explodinator. Explodinator. Speaking of which, we could do that now. This is going to summon 4 Goblin Bombs. The challenge is the Khadgar doesn't generate like a ton of value. If I go for the Giggling Inventor alone right now, or maybe like Giggling Harvest Golem, I can set up the Khadgar Conjurers on the Giggling instead, right? I think I like that a little better, like kind of delaying it. You pick a hero power from your chosen class before each game. Yeah, I'd be fine with that, man. That sounds fine to me. It seems like it could be cool. It's one of those things about balance, you know, do you have enough balanced options to make that sort of thing work? I don't know. Seems like that could be a real balancing challenge. I'd hate to have to come up with an extra hero power for every class and make it feel fair, for instance. I don't know if I could do that very well. But anyway, Pinkerton, I like that idea, but does my kind of reaction to it make sense to you, or do you think I'm crazy? Did that make any kind of sense for you? Ugh. Another Warpath. So 1 more Brawl, and that stuff's kind of running low. But what do I do in the meantime? Khadgar Explodinator is already 5 minions. I may just have to go giggling into Conjurers, honestly. Without the Khadgar right now. Just save the Khadgar Conjurers for the next dude. Just for mana purposes here. That's kind of intriguing, the Ironhide Direhorn. Rabble Bouncer's not bad either, just because it gets in the way, right? This will eat an Omega Devastator hit, though, because I'm sure he has that. He also gets the heal here, so we're quite a ways off. And we're also getting to the point where bombs are just going to kill me, because I only have 4 cards left and I'm at 8 health, so... We've lost our Ziliax. I think we're going to be in a tight spot. I'm trying to make it Talanji deck. She has potential, but not sure if it will be competitive in Standard. I think Talanji's cool. The issue for Talanji for me is that you're investing like your whole deck process into one big turn where you summon a lot of stuff. And the problem in the game right now is there's so many things that just remove one big turn, right? Like there's Brawl. You just lose your Talanji turn and then you're gone. So anytime you're like committing into something that's that narrow and focused, sometimes it's hard to do anything else or present a second big board or get anything to stick essentially. So, like N'Zoth back in the day, for instance, was pretty good at that. But the thing was, N'Zoth was summoning Death Rattle minions. Oh, that was a risky maneuver. Wow. Oh no, he just like lost the game. He didn't armor up. I am absolutely stunned. Unfortunately, I don't actually have lethal. I only have 11 damage. I can go for a giant Khadgar board, I guess. And put him down to 1 and just... I could also just go for Explodin... Oh, I can kill an Explodinator. Never mind, I do have lethal. Never mind. Oh my god. Woo, chat's probably saying the same thing. Yes. Yes. I can just kill an Explodinator. Okay. Never mind. Easy. Perfect. Yay! Cool result, too. That was a strange play, though. Why not just attack with your... I mean, it's really unlucky for him, because I did have the 7-7 and the 2-7 that were both going to get hit. Like, super unlucky result for him there to lose that Darius. But why risk it? Perhaps he was trying to soften up the 2-7 to take, like, the perfect value trade. Yeah, that's probably what he was thinking, like... But he just low-rolled hard. Just low-rolled hard. Pretty tough.
Stream to re-up. How have you been?
Hey, Zesty, dude, I've been good, man. How have you been? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the 13 months. 13-month streak, too. Lucky number 13. Best number. Token Druid, I feel like, is going to be tough. I don't know if we're going to get out of this one. Good game to win there, though, guys. That was a tough one. But welcome back, sir. I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. Something about night streams having lower viewers, I think. I just haven't streamed enough at night to build the night stream ecosystem. Morning streams are just so much better for viewership. But that's okay. That means you guys get me more dedicated. You get your own personal Regis. Ask me anything. Regis is here to answer anything you want to know. I'll give you all the dirt on Trump, Toast, Crip, Kibler, Firebat. All the dirt. So much dirts. So many dirties. No, I won't do that, but I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. I forgot who submitted the card Calico Jack, but I wanted to ask if my feedback made sense. When I compared that card to Piloted Shredder, which is one of the best cards ever, it was like, ooh, seems way better, right? Seems really good all of a sudden. Starts to feel like an iffy comparison to me.
Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Do we want to go ahead and like trade this in and get the mechs? I don't think so because there's 1/2s on board, right? I think it's probably still more valuable for us at this point to just build the dude. I kind of wish we had a Bronze Gatekeeper in this deck to help give things taunt occasionally because I don't think we're having that defensive board we need sometimes against decks like this. It's hard to force the action. Like Mech Paladin does that really well. You know, we don't get to do that. We don't get to do that. Zesty says, I'm great, loving all the decks that are playable. I only play 10 or so games of each so I can try them all. I love it, dude. That's awesome. Hey, Ravisi, I'm doing good. Had a good day today. Pretty nice day today so far. Got a lot of work done. It's productive. I came back, you know, got a nice video out tonight, I think. It was a pretty fun video to do. I was careful enough before the buffs to screenshot statistics for all the buffed cards on hsreplay.net. And then I went in, and I might play some audio here accidentally. Hold on just a second. I'm loading up my YouTube channel. Might have an autoplay. There it is. I was smart enough to go in and preemptively screenshot all the stats and then go back and screenshot them after the buffs Oh boy, look at this. Wow, 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 wow. So that I could do said comparison and see how much better cards got. So the video I put out tonight is comparing the pre-buff state of the cards to the post-buff state of the buffed cards, and identifying the ones that kind of did the best and the ones that didn't do much, right, and kind of in between. Which I thought was a pretty cool video idea. It doesn't seem to be that popular yet, but I was pretty happy with it. It's good content regardless of how many views it might get, right? Still good content. Oh boy. This was good content for my opponent too. I am sure not killing him. I am super dead. Man. Actually. Okay. This is suddenly way more intriguing. I still don't think we're in an awesome spot to be truthful with you. Do we try to value trade the Sea Giant, or do we run into the 8/8 and the... Yeah, I guess we do this just to get value off the Divine Shield, right? Like, we just kind of have to. Not really valuing the 8/8 so much as just, like, getting Divine Shield value. Because otherwise a 1/1's gonna hit the Divine Shield anyway, so why not? We lose the 2/3, but that's okay. I'd rather have an 8/6 than a 2/3, right? It's pretty simple math. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Well, yeah, man. In fact, it's really how I kind of got started. I started on YouTube and did Twitch second. YouTube's been my main jam, honestly. Twitch has certainly become more like equal, like 50-50, but YouTube is still my baby for sure. Like I quit streams to go make videos sometimes, you know. So clearly I'm prioritizing one or the other. Oh my god, this is full clearing and healing. Are you serious? Maybe he's gonna like swipe over here in hero power? No, oh my god. That is the sickest. I just healed for like 40 health or something insane. Okay, well that was quite the top deck then. I thought this game was unwinnable, and suddenly I'm not sure we can lose. No, we can still lose. I should take that back. This is definitely a losable game. I should definitely say things other than what I said there. 100% a losable game. But the Giggling Inventors sure look nice. His hand is 2 squirrels, 3 other cards. Not a buff, we presume, on these 2 cards, because he didn't play the buff. Oh, weird. That must be a Mulch Muncher or something? What is this for? Cenarius Mulch Muncher stuff or something? I don't know. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Psych Melon in Token Druid. That is wild. I really don't know what to make of that. What do you guys think of that? I don't know, man. I was gonna, like, try to get ping value, but honestly, the Giggling Inventor protecting the Sea Giant here seems quite appetizing if it can just hit. It is a little susceptible to swipe on this board. It's the only downside, really. Swipe ruins me a little bit, but not even that bad. It's pretty standard. It is. I've never seen a Juicy Psych Melon in Token Druid. I'm not saying it's not standard. I've just never seen it. I've never had that played against me. Let's see. Let's find the Juicy Psych Melon list. Juicy Psych Melon currently in 0.6% of decks. There are 0 Token Druids listed with Juicy Psych Melon on HS Replay right now. There's not one listed. None of them have had more than 250 games, I think, is the limit to get on HS Replay. It's also not showing up as a popular card in Token Druid's deck page either on HS Replay. I've never seen that. I don't know. Because you said that's wild. You mean it's standard because we're in standard. I gotcha. We don't have lethal, do we? No, we don't have any Conjurer's bomb stuff. 11, 13, 14, 15. No magnetics yet. Although, we could maybe make a play here. Menace doesn't really set up any good trades, unfortunately. Ugh. Do I need to clear? It's a pretty gross board, man. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm gonna try to be a baller, though. I'm gonna try to be a baller, team! I should have magnetized these, I think, to force the action. I originally magnetized this with the thought that I might be trading it in. And I was like, oh, well, you know, we'll trade. But I didn't want to trade. I wanted to go face, so I may end up regretting this. Does that just give me lethal? I think maybe that left a lethal on board by playing that. It's too expensive. Okay. Man, Mech Mage is feeling pretty good, team. It's feeling pretty good, man. And we looked up a list that was fairly similar to this, but not really the same. Pretty cool little list we've derived here. 60% win rate so far. Yeah, we're 6-4, 10 games. Not a bad sample size. We're getting there. Still pretty small, but getting there. I play Mulch Muncher and Acorn Bearer. Yeah, I mean, Acorn Bearer is way common. Mulch Muncher, I've seen a little. I just never seen the Psych Melon. It's a cool idea to find your Mulch Munchers, I guess. It feels a little slow to me, perhaps, but I don't hate the idea of thinning out your deck. And you often do have mana left over in Token Druid at the end of your turns. Like, I don't hate that idea at all. I think it's kind of cool. Ziliax might be really nice against Hunter in particular to recover late off a big mech. So maybe we'll keep that. The deck I showed you earlier, I'm 22 and 13 from 5 to 3. Nice, Brayton, dude. That's awesome. Why are you changing it then, dude? If it's working, yeah, you should have told me you had an insane win rate so far. Don't change it if it's working. Like, I'm just scared it's gonna get worse now because of me. You got evidence. It's good. Don't listen to me. I'm a fool. Get out of here with that. Do your thing, man. That's an insane win rate. What is a good estimate of data to judge a deck to be good or bad? I mean, honestly, like 1,000 games played by a ton of different people is like where you should be looking. I mean, certainly, you know, a few hundred is going to give you suitable sorts of data. I kind of have to test this, unfortunately, because I don't want to lose to a freezing trap later. It's, you know, it's not ideal, but you know, 10 is not enough, right? 20, 30, 40 feels a little better than 10. 50 starts to feel reasonable, like you've got a lot of games under your belt. As you get to 100, you feel much, much better, you know, but it's all just depends how close you think the deck is to good or bad. If you're playing like 50 games with an 80% win rate, like, well, maybe there's something going right, you know? There's some evidence that perhaps this is working fairly well. If you're playing 80 games with a 54% win rate, and you think you're like close to the deck being good, you don't know. Even a 60% win rate, like the variance, that little bit of variance you're getting could be contributing to that difference. If you're playing 100 games, you're still at an 80% win rate or something. It's unlikely that's only variance that's impacting it with that sort of sample size. So it's all about confidence intervals and all that sort of stuff, if you want to really get into the nitty-gritty of it, but that's something we don't really do in Hearthstone. We kind of just eyeball everything. There isn't really any statistical analyses happening in Hearthstone. And I don't think there needs to be, for the record, either. I think eyeballing it is generally good enough in Hearthstone for a game. We're not making any life or death decisions on Hearthstone, so who cares if we're off a percentage point or two? We're not 100% confident in our assessments of things. I think that's totally fine. Okay. Protocol 7 engaged. But you know, like I used to do social sciences in my previous life, and some stuff we do sample sizes of 30 to 50, and it would be sufficient for what we needed. Sometimes you need to get to 500, you know. Most of the like really, really high-end studies would be 1,000 or 1,200 if you wanted them to be really nice representations of populations that were safe. So it just depends on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to prove and who you're trying to prove it to. But you just got to keep it in mind is the important thing. Don't be greedy with your sample size assessments. I don't know if that answered your question. Probably went way too far. I should have said, I don't know, 50 or 100. That would have been a good answer, probably. That was probably the depth necessary for a stream answer. But, Declared Gravy, by the way, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you in chat. I like that name a lot. I don't know what it means. I'm trying to figure out the context of Declared Gravy, but I like it. I like it. Koto says it went a bit far. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Where is my Conjurer's Calling, sir. Not getting it off this. That's for darn tootin'. I'm thinking that's rat trap, probably not snake trap, right? I kind of have to trade though, unfortunately, because of the stupid potential of like deadly shot. I don't know if he's got a deadly shot in this deck though. It's debatable. Doesn't seem super likely at the moment. Part of me really just wants to go face. Because I don't want to enable a snake trap, right? And even if he does deadly shot this, I'm getting 4 minions back, so let's just go face. I don't know. Debatable. Really debatable, I think. The only food with a boat. Gravy boat. But declared. I still don't know what declared means. Is declared a boating term? Maybe I'm unfamiliar with how declared is related to boating. That's something I don't know. If he gets deadly shot off this, I'm losing my mind right now. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy right now. Don't you do it, sir. Super Italian. You're going to be a mediocre Italian tonight. Don't you do it. Don't. No. 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 Oh. Well, I don't mind that. That's totally fine. I mean, he's going to clear the minion, but he's losing a lot of value in the process. He lost his whole board. He spent his entire turn. I think I'm honestly fairly happy in the scheme of things on that turn. And I'm going to play a Sea Giants. It's even better. Cool. He did heal a little bit, which sucked. But still, ultimately, he's in a tight spot. No idea. Okay, got it. PSN picked it out for you. That's how a lot of people get their names. Just going with the auto-generated stuff. Can't go wrong there. Was it better to put one on the mech and one separate just in case of deadly shot? I don't think so. Maybe. It's just, it was worse for trading. Like, the 5/5 had a potential to trade with, like, a marked shot and, like, you know, Hounds gets better the wider you go, too. I think there's a couple problems, maybe. Kill commands as well. Debatable, though. I think debatable is certainly true. I can summon a lot of Explodinators, but why do I need to? I guess it's good follow-up with Replicating Menace, but
Welcome.
I do want to make sure I have...
By the hearth, won't ya?
This summons 5 dudes. Khadgar 6. There's not even really any value to doing it that way. I guess we go Explodinator Sea Giant, honestly. That's fine. We also got to play around Rat Trap too, which we haven't talked about, but I'm just doing it so far, thankfully. 3 months from Curdicius. Thank you, man. Thank you. He's using a lot of resources to clear your board multiple times. Yeah, but the problem is Zul'jin, right? This zero turn card up here looks a lot like a Zul'jin. He's been holding on to it the entire game. So I kind of wanted to win pre-Zul'jin, because he could just totally wipe me out, right? He's got Unleashed, Double Kill Command, Mark Shot, Baited Arrow. The good news is he doesn't... Oh, he has Flark's Boomzuka, too. But he doesn't have... Unleash the Beast in there, so that does help me a little bit. I wonder what this is going to be. What is this? Oh, I guess he was just hoping for a mistake there. I don't know. It ain't gonna work though. I'm sorry, dude. Hate to break it to you. Cool, good win, man. Pre-Zul'jin is the important thing. I almost wanted to let that go through just to see if, in fact, that was Zul'jin. But we'll take it. Keep up the good work, my dude. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest. It's been pretty easy so far, to be honest. I do a lot, but it's fun stuff. I'm one of the luckiest dude in the world. I enjoyed talking to Trump about that, by the way. Just how many people begrudge being a streamer. And like how... I see it all the time. Streaming's so hard. I do so much work. Well, yeah, of course. Everybody works. That's how the world goes. We all do work. Like, that's just life. But it's the kind of work that you do and the difficulty of that work. It's not a quantity measurement so much as a quality measurement. So, like, yeah, of course, I do stuff too. But you know what? It's fun stuff. I'm the luckiest dude in the world. So, yeah, it's going good, man. Needless to say. This guy's Toast referred me to your stream. Did he really now? How did that come up? I'm curious. I love Toast. We were partners on the showdown in Dalaran, and we killed it. High five, we won. Boom. I actually apologized to Trump for winning. I was like, man, Trump, I'm sorry I had to take the take first in the crappiest way possible. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. We had fun talking about that too. Because we didn't really get a chance at the event. I had to leave pretty soon after the event to get to my wedding. But anyway. Because you won the showdown. Yeah, we did. That's right. Don't forget it. I don't know why I get all aggressive about it. Not everyone works. That's the problem. That's true. That's fair. That is very true, unfortunately. Theoretically, everyone works. I should have said. I should have specified, I guess. Alright. I guess we need to kill that to deny the banana value, but I just don't really want to. Like, ping doesn't feel that good here. At least the immediate banana value, I should say. I gotta think about Mountain Giant as well. I can't kill a Mountain Giant with Magnetic War Gear, but it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't feel as bad about Menace, I guess. I could just Menace, trade, and still have a really nice board. Even play a frame bot behind it, or a ping. Yeah, Menace would be fine if you had a Giant. That'd be okay. Your wedding? Yeah, I got married, like almost a month ago now. My God, it was the 17th of May, so... Almost a month ago. I heard Toast say something like, I could never take a month off. All I could think was me neither, dude, and my job sucks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, we can't... It's even kind of hard to take a week off in streaming, which is one... There is, like, no real vacation potential in streaming, which is the one thing most people don't understand about it. But again, that doesn't make it a bad thing, necessarily. Just... a reality, right? Again, it's just one small trade-off and a wonderful job. I'd love to start streaming, not that good at the game, though, and I don't have a good PC. Well, you don't have to necessarily be good at the game to stream. I mean, it helps. But you can have fun and just be entertaining and still be successful. Ugh. Coin Conjurers. Blech. I really can't kill two of those right now. Good Conjurer's calling them. Is that not a Conjurer's? Surely that is the immediate, no hesitation go-to if you have it, right? Maybe he's thinking about getting greedy and holding a Khadgar or something, but he knows I can kill it on board, so that would be weird. Over here I could even keep this alive, too. Put it to 10. Because 2 health might be awkward for him to deal with. Although if he has Conjurers, he could just conjure it, but that's still not that good of a play. Oh, Frost Nova! Okay, well that's a little different. That's pretty spicy. So he instead may be going for a double conjuring next turn, which again, I cannot really deal with, so respect. I can create some 4-drops. I could fill the board
I wonder.
with 4-drops. Is that worth it? No, I can't even, I don't even get 3. I lose some stuff. I don't think that's worth it. I think we just make a big dude. Maybe I should have galvanized, I guess. I could have played all these, but I don't know, there's a lot of value there. Maybe there is, I don't know. Not really. Don't need it, but could have done it. Maybe that galvanizer comes in handy post Book of Specters, and I'm happy I waited. So that's definitely a double Conjurers. How do I beat that? Good lord. Oh, no. Okay. Well, alright. He's almost dead. Just single Conjurers. Okay. Baby. A triple. I don't know why I just busted out that meme. I just did though. Baby, a triple. Yeah, I mean, let's put this to 8, right? Like, let's do it. That's good. We know he has the other Conjurers, but I can't clear. So, I think we just maybe go face with the rest. I don't know. Mech Mage, what's next? Mech Shaman? Maybe, yeah. Mech Shaman actually sounds pretty legit as well, man. That sounds good. Yeah, I think I just have to go face, right? Like, I can't... If I could clear all of these, it would be worth it. But if I can't clear all of them, what's the point in trading? Because he's going to conjure as one of them anyway. I guess I could try to conjure him into a 10-drop instead of a 12-drop. Like, I could choose the mana cost that's available. I guess I like 12 drops a little better because there's no, like, Hakar or Mechathune or Deathwing. I don't really like this line that much, but technically it's a little better for me. Also, he can't get a trade and then Conjures. He has to Conjures first. So that means the Harvest Golem does also potentially stick around. So there's actually a lot of upside to killing one of those, now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, that's pretty good news. If he gets another Conjures right there, that's not good news. This magic trick's going to get a lot worse in new expansions if any cheap spells get printed right. You won't be able to get Conjures off it consistently. Congrats on the wedding. I'm 7 years with my wife. Nice, dude. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, we've been together for 8 years now. Yeah, 2011. 8 years. We just took a long time to get married. Which, hey, works for me. So he may actually Conjures this again, but he might be dead soon. I have a lot of damage. Oh. Bananas and then Conjurers on this one, I guess. He is going to take the trade and then Conjures, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That was a bit of an ordering error because I got more minions now on board. That was a bit of a mistake. I like that play, though. He kept it alive. That was a good play. That play made sense. It just left me with a bigger board than I would have had originally. I kind of have to get, like, my own Sea Giant to win, maybe. I don't know if I can actually win here. It's going to be tough. Oh. Or 6-9. Should probably trade this in first. Okay, well, now we're back in it. Maybe I mean, we're not in the clear. I don't think we've won the game, but I mean, my God, we're making a move on it, aren't we? So I'm gonna have how many minions out of this? 3. So I need to have 4 things on board. Doesn't really matter how I do this, does it? But this is certainly fine. I don't want Nozari. He doesn't threaten enough, right? I need a more threatening boy here. Oh, interesting. This is kind of cool. No, take it. Yeah, I mean, an extra minion here is nice. He's got to kill the 6-6, so we know this trade's happening. He pings the 2-1. Maybe I should have traded the 2-1 in, but then he kind of gets to dictate the trade anyway. Snap, Freeze, Evocation, Cyclone. Okay. Played a secret there real quick. Who knows what that is? Calicos he really shouldn't be worried about. He really just needs to worry about the big bad Archmage, I think. Is he going to leave that alive? You can't leave that alive. No, there it is. Okay. That makes more sense. Ooh, Giggling Inventor's pretty spicy, isn't it? I don't have board space. I can ping off my dude, though, to make board space. Let's just do that. That's fine. Then I think we trade the 4-12 in and the 4-6 in for value trades. And just lock out that Mountain Giant, right? This might be a mirror entity. We'll find out. Yeah, that's totally fine. Actually, I gotta kill this over the Cyclone for Conjurer's Calling, right? Just in case. Like, it may not matter this turn because he has the 12 mana minion anyway. But for later, if that like lingers around for a couple turns, I don't want it to get Conjured as a 7-drop. So here we shut out his board and we just have an enormous board of our own. What a win! That is a great win. That is a great win, team. That Sea Giant was nuts. And there you go, that was the Mech Mage. Included some nice gameplay here just to get some extra games in because it just keeps winning. It's like an awesome deck. It feels really good to play because it has like aggro stuff going on. Like you can just play like, you know, a Mech Hunter style almost where you're just curving out with magnetic minions and overwhelming your opponents. But then you can also just generate tons of value and lots of board pressure via Conjurer's Calling, making really big stuff that your opponent can't deal with. Now, it doesn't have like that infinite value style. You do eventually run out of gas, and like Control Warriors can beat you if they stabilize, but you can still beat them too because you can just make big boards that they eventually stop answering. They don't have enough brawls and enough warpaths to get through it all. So to me, a deck that I'm going to absolutely be playing more. Maybe we'll be refining it a little bit, but frankly, it feels pretty good right now. So check it out. Tell me what you think. See if this list is working well for you as well. I think it will. It's just got a lot of games under its belt already and hasn't seemed to fail just yet. That said, thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, game on.